Vibe Check from MVP Vibe, where you can download the app and watch your favorite show, Vibe Check. I'm your host, Shadia Crespo. I get to interview your favorite artists, and today I get to interview Paris DeVille. So excited to have you here. You know I've been trying to interview you forever. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, welcome to the
Definitely,
show.
it's a vibe.
It is a vibe, yes. Music artist from San Antonio. You're from San Antonio, right?
Yes, born and raised.
What part of town are you from?
I'm originally from the east side, and then we moved to the north side, and then I've been on the south side for like the
So you've
past 10 years.
conquered all the
So
sides,
yeah, I've
all
been
the
everywhere for
San
sure.
Antonio. Love
I've been
it.
all over.
I remember the first time I ever heard you. I was so impressed. It was during a cipher that Artist Legit put out.
Right.
And I remember being so wowed, like, who is Paris DeVille? Of course, I had to hit that follow immediately. So if anyone watching, you have to check out Paris DeVille. How would you describe your music?
I definitely think my music is a little different. Like, I don't think I'm the average female rapper, or even just the average artist in general. Like, I strive to be different. I strive to have my own lane and not, kind of follow what the crowd does versus like what my heart tells me.
Definitely. I can see that as someone that has been following you. I do think that you definitely don't follow the crowd. You definitely always, I see you doing your own thing. Like,
Right.
it
Yeah.
is so incredible to see that you just take charge of your own career, it looks like. And you are doing everything for yourself, by yourself. Like, I see it.
For sure.
So it's super cool. I guess, as a woman to see someone carrying themselves like I'm making music and I'm working really hard at it. Not only do you make music, but I mean, you're a creative person.
Right.
You're a photographer. And recently I saw that you creative directed your own photo shoot.
Right. Yeah. And like music video kind of thing.
Yes, like crazy. Okay, so her latest photo shoot, because your name is Paris DeVille, you did
Right.
like a Cruella DeVille.
For Halloween.
So cool. I
Yeah.
love that you even had the Dalmatians out.
Yeah, it was
like,
really cool. The photographer just like hit me up out of nowhere and was like, "Yeah, I got these Dalmatians. You want to shoot?" I'm like, "Of course!" Like that's right up my alley.
Yes. How
So it
fun
worked
is
out
it
good.
to like really be involved in the creative direction part?
I love that. I definitely always have just like taken pictures and always just love to be able to create something, to be able to show somebody what I have in my mind, right? Because I have these visions and I'm just like, okay, this is what I want to do, but how can I put this in real life and show other people and get them to experience how great it is in my mind? So,
Yeah, and you do that with your music too.
Right, exactly.
Because I feel like that is, you're creating something in your mind and you put it out there. I've seen you quickly like write something up,
Right.
and like
Yeah.
put it out. Like, how does your brain work that way?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I'll just be in the studio and I'm just like, I'll go in there with verses written and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna change this whole thing and I'll just be like telling the producer, give me a sec, and I was.
So is it like for you the mood you're in when you're creating, or is it like the vibe of the song?
It's definitely I guess both my mood and the vibe. But like
Okay.
I always try to go in the studio with a clear mind, a open heart, like just ready to make the best music that I can make. But some days I guess I'm not feeling my best. But once I get in there and I feel everybody else's vibe and they're kind of having an uplifting thing going on, the producer's like, "Come on, get in there and do it. Like I know you can do it." So I'm like, I'll get in there and I'll do it. And
So
I'll surprise myself.
Would you say it's really important the type of producer you work with?
Right. I
'Cause-
definitely think you need someone who can be encouraging to you and, just like listen to your music and know that how they can make it better instead of just how they can make $40 off of you real quick.
For sure. Like, know you, like,
Right.
and how
Help you build.
they work with you. I love that. So you've watched the show before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we play Connect Four.
Right.
We're gonna play. Are you competitive?
Yes.
Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
Let's do it. So these are your questions from fans and our MVP Vibe family. And these are my questions, and I'll have you go first. Just read them,
For sure.
and then you can answer them. Love it.
What message do you have for local artists on the come up?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Let's see. I would say just be yourself. Just stay consistent and don't worry about what everybody else has to say about it. Just focus on you and what you want to say and what you want to make out of this, where you want to go with it. Don't let other people's opinions influence where your music is going.
That's great advice.
For sure.
You can put it up. It's great advice because everyone has an opinion. Lots of opinions. All right, that's a good question. What would you recommend is the best way for a local artist to get started?
Okay, to get started.
Like if someone is like, you know what, I do feel like making music. How do I start?
Start listening to beats on YouTube and see if you can write a song.
Okay.
I guess that's the first thing. And just get a notepad out and get a pen, go old school style with it, and
writing.
just start writing. Just write as much as you can, and then once you feel like you have something good enough, go pay for some studio time and see if you can lay it down.
I mean, that is great advice for a lot of people watching on MVP Vibe, like that really want to get started. So thank you for that. Go ahead.
Define success. Okay. So success, my mom always had this one really good quote for me, and it was always do what you have to do what you want to do. So I always make sure I keep my responsibilities and my priorities in line, try to take care of my family and the things that are really important to me, and then I work on my music and I invest myself into that. So I definitely do what I have to do what I want to do, and that's success to me.
I love that. I love that. That's a perfect quote. Shout out to moms.
All right.
Yes. All right. Describe your 8-year-old self, and what would you say to you as yourself today? What were you like at 8?
My 8-year-old self, I don't know. I was kind of weird at 8. I was just like into everything. I was making my mom sign me up for dance class, and then I was also making her like buy me guitars, electric guitars. I made her buy me a keyboard.
Everything that has to do with music.
Yeah, just everything. And not only that, I made her buy me a camera. I was just always I would get dressed up and make her take pictures of me. So 8-year-old me was definitely ready to be a star and just knew I was going to be somebody. I didn't know exactly what role I was going to play in the entertainment industry, and it just came to me as I got older. So.
And what would you say to that 8-year-old self today?
I would say you got it. You're almost
you
there.
Got it. You're on the right path.
Right. Almost there.
You already knew at 8. That's
right.
so cool.
For sure.
All right, go ahead.
How would you describe your sound? I think I kind of answered this one earlier, but but my sound's different. It's for the misfits. It's for the girls who aren't just, putting on lashes and getting super dressed up all the time. The girls who like to chill and smoke and chill and just be laid back, And also for the guys, like I definitely think my sound is unisex. I don't think my sound is just for any one person. It can be for many people.
I love that. I can see that too. Y'all definitely check out Paris DeVille and stream her music. If you could have any feature, which artist would it be? Any feature in the world.
It would definitely be Future for me.
Future.
I'm definitely.
That is so random.
I love
Why
Future. I love Atlanta, and music up there is such a culture, definitely. And I don't know, Future's just someone I listen to all the time. Definitely one of my top 5 artists.
Living in Atlanta?
It's a little fast.
Yeah.
I gotta get something to get used to, but maybe one day.
Future will be hopping on a feature soon.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully.
Go ahead.
What artist would you take on tour to open up for you? So if I was gonna take somebody with me, I would definitely take somebody local because I would definitely have to put my people on. And I think
love that.
I would have to take Malika Tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah,
yes.
she would definitely brings that energy whenever we do shows. She's the livest one there. She's hopping around and turning everybody up, and then I could go and make sure everybody keeps the vibe.
I would be front row at that tour for sure. I love Malika Tiny. At what age did you start making music, and who were you listening to at the time?
Okay, so
how old were you when you started?
I've actually found some raps the other day that I wrote in the sixth grade. So I guess,
What?
yeah, I guess
That is so
around
cool.
12 years old, I was writing, and I remember I used to write. I think it was around when Marvin's Room came out. I wrote a remix, and I wrote my part and my stepsister's part. And I was like, look, we're gonna record this video. You're gonna sing this part, and I'm gonna rap this part. And we did it, and it just didn't sound good because we were young. And but
That
yeah, I
is so
definitely
awesome. I
been
love
writing
it.
since before I can remember, and I did poetry before I actually got into music. So I've always
Okay.
been just into words and writing.
I love that. Wow. So does your sister still write with you or no?
No, no, she
No.
doesn't. Yeah,
She's like
she's
no.
living the whole family life now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
You
like trying to
good.
get married and stuff. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
She's
She's
like,
trying to get
you be the
married.
star. I'm like, all right. She's like, you're gonna be the rich auntie. I'm like, whatever. Let's see, my top three favorite rappers. Okay, I definitely said Future. I'm gonna have to give the other spot to Nicki Minaj, and then
Yes.
that top spot's gonna go to Lil Wayne for me because that's my guy. I mean,
I
that's
love that list.
definitely one of my biggest influences in music. Like, I know a lot of female rappers like love to just list other female rappers, but I mean, my biggest people that I listen to every day are
Yeah.
guys. Like, I definitely the men influence rap music in a way that women could not have done with alone. So.
I love it. That's a great list. I love your top three. Do you have any celebrity crushes at the moment?
Um,
Who's your celebrity crush? I mean, I want to know.
Let me think. Let me see. I don't think I
Yeah.
have just like. I mean, I've always been in love with Diggy Simmons.
Mm,
That's been my little boo forever. But
really?
other than that, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He's pretty cute. I
He
mean,
is pretty
I don't really like crush on celebrities too much.
No.
I
But
try
I
to keep it
mean,
real life.
yeah.
It's like I see you when I get there.
All right, you go ahead.
What would you name your biggest tour?
I like that question.
The Paris DeVille experience.
I love it. The Paris Hills experience
For
sounds
sure.
lit.
Yeah, I mean, the first concert I ever went to was Beyonce, and it was the Beyonce experience. I'm like, yeah,
So
definitely gotta
we
emulate
gotta get
that.
ready for the Paris Hills
Right.
experience. I love that. Would you start it or end it here in San Antonio?
Probably both.
Start
I
it,
just
end
have
it
to do
here.
both, yeah.
Love it. Who is the most famous person on your contact list?
I was in a baby video once, but I didn't get his number, so I don't think that counts. But I guess that's like
Hey,
my
we can
most.
check you out in the baby video.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm in the video, so that's definitely like my most famous encounter, I
Yes.
guess.
Oh my God. You're trying to win for real.
I was like,
You are very competitive. Okay, go ahead.
what comes first, the beat or the lyrics?
Yes, I want to know for you.
It's definitely the lyrics. Like, I'll just be sitting in my car, or actually I'll be driving sometimes, and like the lyrics will just come to my head. I'll just feel like having to give my phone to somebody, like, write this down for me real quick, because like I can't type, or like I'll pull over and like have to write it down. Sometimes I'll just wake up in the morning and just have words, and I'm like, oh, this is a great hook for a song, and then I'll listen to the beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, do you have like all these notes of
Yeah.
lyrics,
Yes.
and then
Definitely just a bunch of like four verses or like one
how do you
one
remember?
verse.
Like, do you just hear a beat and you're like, I've got something written for this?
Yep. That's exactly how it goes. I'll
Wow.
hear the beat and I'm like, I got something for this, and I'll go find it and it'll go perfect. Almost
That
every
is so
time.
cool. I love that process. Usually, honestly, like a lot of interviews that I do, everyone always says the beat first.
Yeah.
So I love it. Are you in a relationship, and do you think it changes your relationship with music?
I don't like to disclose my relationship
Ooh.
information.
Well,
That's
do you think that
a little private,
relationships
but
change music?
I feel like
just
if
in general.
yeah, for sure. I feel like if you are in the wrong relationship, it definitely can hinder your music, and it definitely can set you back in ways. Definitely can take you apart from
Or make it better.
Yeah, or make it better. It can definitely make it better. I mean, you have to have someone who's going to support you, and that's just you have to have someone who's going to be there when times get tough, when you have writer's block, you don't feel like writing, to encourage you to write or to get you to get to those shows, to get you to network when you're not feeling your most extroverted self. Like, definitely, relationship can influence you in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah,
Definitely
for
when it comes
sure.
to music.
I totally agree. Go ahead with your last question.
Nope.
I don't think any of us
No,
are
I
gonna
know. I
win
was
this.
like,
We got really competitive with it.
we went kind of crazy. Okay, what would you like remembered about you? That I love music and that I do this because I love music and no other reason. Like, there's nothing else that brings me to writing. There's nothing else that puts lyrics in my head. Like, my love for
That's the
music
most
every day is
perfect
just,
answer I've
yeah,
ever heard.
for sure.
Yeah, it's really simple. We just love music, and I love that. And your last question, if you could model and be sponsored by any brand, which brand would you align with? Because you could
I'm gonna start my own brand.
You start your own brand?
But I guess I can take a Louis collab if they'd be down.
I could see you, Louis. I could see
Yeah.
you, Balenciaga.
Yeah, for sure. All the high end, definitely coming for that Fenty collab, Rihanna. So
Yes, I love that too. But I love your music, and I just want everyone that is watching Vibe Check to definitely stream. And what do you have coming out for us? Like, what have you been working on?
I definitely have been taking a break because I've been trying to promote everything that I've already put out. I've been trying to
Yeah.
make sure everybody hears Synergy and everybody, finds out who I am as an artist, and
Let them
then
know where to stream
build
and
my fan base.
What was your last video?
My last video was Get Back. You can check that out on YouTube. It's turned to, everybody loves that. I had the red bangs. Everybody was in the video
Get
getting
Back,
turned.
Paris DeVille. Make sure you stream that.
For sure.
And what other video can they stream?
You can stream FTN, and also make sure you check out Black China's featuring Skip the Boss. That's a hit. We made it down at the Studio Artists Musicians Hub. Shout them out. We definitely made some great music in there.
And make sure y'all follow Paris DeVille on MVP Vibe. Thank you so much for coming to Vibe Check.
DEVIL.